Yo, Tim, what do you think? Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about SNL.
Yeah,
Shout out to Shane.
Shane did a great job.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job. They asked me to, just to show you where my career's at, they asked me to host an RFK benefit instead. So that's similar. It was on a Saturday.
Oh, nice.
I said no.
Yeah.
But that's where what I'm doing right now is like just me and RFK dodging bullets on stage.
Amazing story.
Yes.
To see that it's done.
Yes.
Kind of galvanized the comedy community to support SNL when I feel like we were kind of fractured with SNL.
Yeah, I think it's a great story. I think people are supporting Shane, and he did an amazing job, and it's such a great story. I think
it's also so weird, like the thing that you see, like Also, one thing that shocked me, because I was, he was in the city working out the monologue, and I had seen him do the monologue and just fucking crush every time I saw him go up. And the Down syndrome part, I thought was the most endearing, hilarious part. Like, it really, I literally was watching him do it at the Cellar, and I was going, when he goes up and he does this on SNL, everybody in that building that ever doubted him or fired him is going to feel like the biggest fucking piece of shit. Right? Yeah. And just the fact, and I thought we were beyond this point in comedy, just the fact that he said Down syndrome. Yeah. You could feel the audience fucking clam
up. But I think that's what was good about it. I actually think that, to me, I watched it, I thought it killed, and I also
thought he did great.
Because here's the deal. I think that should happen to an extent. People should go, what's going on? And then he's so funny, he overcomes any of that. I think it's good. I think tension's good. I don't see the building of tension, the releasing of it. That's what comedy is. So I think it was. I think it's a
little different. Like,
but it's New York City. So here's the deal: you're performing in New York City, in the middle of New York City, and people might be a little
we perform in New York City every single night.
Yeah, but it's probably a crowd of people that might be a little bit more sensitive.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize that there was still. I thought that we were beyond the point where like you can't talk about this, but there are still topics, I guess, maybe in certain.
But I think that's good for us. I don't think we need to be in a place because I think our superpower, if there is a superpower, is making something funny that shouldn't be.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. But now, so that to me, that's the most fun time. When you can't say anything, the most fun time to do comedy. For sure. I do feel like we're entering a time where you can say anything. Yeah. But that was a reminder to me, like, oh, maybe there's certain spaces. For sure. Because I really thought that part of it, that they initially tightened up, obviously ended up winning them over. But even in that, but I couldn't believe it. It was such.
I was very invested in not liking this guy, and now I have to reassess everything because this is a guy who comes from. I had him painted as this bigot who's from this certain type of family.
No, because it was the end of the set. The beginning of the set, he's crushing.
Yeah.
I thought the moment where he flipped everything. It wasn't Rocky by any stretch, but I could feel like things ascend when he was like, started being like, I can look at everybody not laughing at me right now. He kind of stepped outside of the set and then he closed. I thought it just crushed.
I think it's just comedy. I think it's comedy. It's just sets, right? And I mean, that's really what it was. A masterful set, I think, especially for a monologue on that show.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I also think the SNL audience, like, they know that it's being recorded. They know it's live.
Yeah, there's like a pressure on them.
Yeah. I want to host SNL in Russia, and where I'm standing there, and then there's red lights on my chest, and I just and I'm like, and I say hello, and Putin's there, and everyone nods, and I go, it's great to be here, and then like after every joke, it's just a bunch of like oligarchs and czars, and they're all smoking cigars, and they're all just kind of looking at each other, and there's no left. Everyone just kind of looks at each other. So that would be that would be amazing for me. And then I just get through it, and they just kind of.